a video where I'm gonna teach you how you can start your own business with vinyl printing on t-shirts. And I'm gonna tell you everything that you need. So these are some t-shirt designs that I've done myself. This is the, depending on the vinyl color that you buy. So this is a t-shirt, the cheapest place where I would advise you to get t-shirts. I'm gonna tell you all my secrets in this video, like I'm gonna be a real one. Anyways, and then there's this t-shirt that I made in white. These are like fast basic t-shirts that I made. You can add color to them. It's just harder, it's like more precise. But when you first get started, you are going to need a machine that will cut the vinyl to the designs that you want to make. And that machine, I don't remember the cost of it because when I got it, I got mine like a couple years ago, so I wouldn't know anymore. But I'll put a picture here what it looks like. I've heard of other machines that also get the work done, but I just got this Cricut machine because I thought that this was an easier program to learn. When you do get this machine, it doesn't come with tools, but the tools that you mainly need would be just a little tool that will help you get vinyl pieces out, which looks like this. It looks like this. Like I said, I'm gonna be sharing all my secrets. So where I get my shirts, I get them I would buy my t-shirts, I would buy it at Hobby Lobby. They're always discounted off. Sometimes I think they're discounted like 30%. I don't know, I don't remember, but that makes it like $4 a shirt. So I think that's one of the best prices you can get when it comes to like a cotton shirt. And then I believe that the hoodies are around like $6. And I think that's not counting the percentage off of what they have sometimes, but sometimes they're on sale. And sometimes Walmart will have discounted items that are, you know, cotton and t-shirts, blanks and stuff like that. So that's a really good place to look for also. When it comes to the Cricut machine, you need a computer. I like to use the MacBook Air, anything that's Apple, just because it's easier to work. But if you have another type of computer, that's fine. You download the Cricut. You have to go to Cricut.com to download it. It will not be shown in the Google Play place or the app store on the MacBook. You will not find it there. You have to go to the Cricut website, and there it'll direct you to a link where it tells you where you can download that file depending on what type of computer you have. After you do that and you download it, you get it opened, you'll make an account and it'll ask you if you want to pay the $16 a month, something like that, where it like gives you designs and free designs. I wouldn't get that because there's other ways around that for you to make your own designs. If you're interested in learning, I can make another video on that. But if you don't have experience or you don't know how to make designs, then I would pay for that subscription because there's a lot of really nice designs there that you could just use and import from there. There is a little hack that I like to do also. Like, I don't do it because I know how to design my stuff, because I use a couple apps to design my own stuff. What you can also do, which will also be a little cheaper, is if you go to Etsy, you will find packages of PDF files of vinyl designs. So you will see like packages of like 50 sheets of different designs, whatever, and it'll be like $1, $2. You download those to your computer and then you upload them into Cricut. So that's a really good way of saving money, and you can use that PDF that you bought from Etsy over and over again for your design. You can add to it on Cricut. There's like options. If you learn how to use it, there's like YouTube tutorials on how to learn how to use Cricut. So that's nice. So then another thing that I do recommend is getting a heat press that looks like this. I will put the picture in. Personally, however, I'm not using one of those. I did have one of those, but I don't know why they break so easily. I've had two in my life and they just break so easy, and I just don't get whatever. I just have them for too long that they just, you know, something happens to them. As of right now, I'm using an iron. Yes, it does work. I just make sure I have like a cookie sheet over it, and then I use it for like 30 seconds, and you'll see when it starts to stick, you'll see the difference of how the vinyl looks on there. Okay, so when it comes to the vinyl choosing, you will find different types of vinyls. However, I really don't. Quality to me, like it does depend on where you get them. I just like to use the Cricut kind because it's affordable, it's good. I'm sure I used to get them cheaper in this one website, but I lost it. I don't remember what it was, so I just go to Walmart and buy vinyl there. And make sure you read these very carefully because they all look the same, and some are not for shirts. Some are just like permanent stickers that you can make for like car decals, or just stickers for random things, or containers. So you have to make sure that it says iron on. It says everyday iron on. But it's not hard, guys. This is something that you are able to do and you are able to learn. I can honestly tell you that I paid around $300 for this Cricut machine, and it has made me so much money from all the projects that I've done and that I've made. I've like quadrupled the amount that I've spent on this machine. So I remember when I had the money in my hands and I kind of asked my husband, like, should I get this machine? I'm not sure. Best decision of my life. I'm still using it to this day. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this design. This design, I already uploaded it on here. So if you see the upload button here, I uploaded it. It gives you an option to remove the background. This, I made it on another application, and then I screenshot. The way to screenshot on MacBook, I'm not sure about Microsoft computers, but I know there's a way. If you Google it, there's a way to screenshot your images. For example, like if I want to screenshot something else on this computer after I've worked on it on Canva or something like that, I love to use Canva. Canva, I really recommend there. It does cost money though, but I use it for so many other things, so it's just worth it for me. But to screenshot on your computer, you are going to put Command, Shift, and then 4. So automatically, if you can look at my mouse right there, it turned it into like this. So once you scoop up everything you want to take a picture of, it'll literally take a picture of what I just did. So once you do that, it'll go to your desktop, or it should go to downloads. You're going to go to upload, and you're going to upload it into Cricut. It'll give you a few steps. It'll give you the option to remove the background and all that. And once I have it here and I have the size that I want, what I do to really know what size I want, I will measure with this on my shirt, and I will estimate like, okay, I want it from 1 to 6 or 1 to 9. You know, it just depends how you want it on the shirt that you are going to make. That's the same measurements as it is on Cricut. So after you measure it how you want this to look, I am now going to make. When I go to make, I am going to make sure when it comes to iron-on, you're always going to mirror this. Always when it comes to vinyl. Sticker vinyl is completely different. I'm going to put the size of this mat. This just is the size of the mat. There's longer mats, but the mat I have is 12 by 12, and you know that because it says 12 by 12. 12 by 12 right here. 12 by 12. So I'm going to mirror that, and then I'm going to put continue because I'm ready. I already mirrored it. I did everything I got to do here. So then you are going to Bluetooth connect it, or you can directly connect it if you have the cables available. So to Bluetooth connect this for the first time when you first get your machine, you are going to go to settings, and you're going to go to the Bluetooth connection, and you are going to find it there, and it's going to give you a code that it should be 000, I believe. I think it's that, and then it'll allow you to connect it. After you've done it the first time, it'll let you always. So I'm going to put everyday iron on, and these settings will not be here for you. You're going to put mark all materials. You're going to find the one that you want, and you're going to bookmark it so that it can always be shown here. So I'm going to be using everyday iron on, and I have a new needle in my Cricut, so I'm just gonna use here. So I just wanted to add this because if you are new to Cricut, there's so many ways around to saving money when it comes to things for Cricut. Because if you go to Walmart and you need a new needle, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So you see this needle that cuts everything? This is for either a marker if you want to draw something, or the crease thing that creases the paper so you can make like paper boxes and things like that. But what I'm talking about is this needle inside that needs to get replaced when it's not sharp anymore. At Walmart, that costs like, oh my gosh, why am I tilted? That costs like around, it'll be really expensive. It's like over $20. This is a hack. You go on Amazon, you find a packet of them with like over 20 of them for like $11. They work the same, they do the same. Actually, the needle I have in right now is from those Amazons, and from the Amazon needles that I bought for 11 bucks, and I've been using it for months now. And you just sharpen it again. You just like to sharpen it again. If you want to use it longer and longer before you put in a new needle, is that you'll grab aluminum foil and you'll just stab that aluminum foil and it'll sharpen it for you. But there's also an option on Cricut to put more pressure if you need more pressure. I don't really do that when I know my needle is sharp, but you'll start to notice when it dulls. So now that my computer is ready and I put everyday iron on, that's the one that I want to use, I'm gonna get my vinyl, which in this case, I want to use this one. And if I go back to my design, you can go back just by pressing that same square that's right there, just so you can see the measurements. So my design was 10 by 9. So I'm gonna make sure when I measure this vinyl, I'm gonna do 10 by 9. 10 by, well, it doesn't really matter this way. I'm just gonna make sure I cut enough down here. So that was a 9, and I'm gonna cut it right here. So since my design stopped at an 8, I'll probably cut this part down. Once I cut it, once it's cut in the machine, once I know that I'm not gonna cut the design, I'm gonna have probably this left over, and they're just scraps that you can use for something else. But make sure when you put this on here that it's on the side where the vinyl is at, because this is a clear coating that you will take off afterwards. And if I'm not making sense, you will see at the once I cut this, you will see what I mean. For example, this vinyl, the design will be red, but I want to cut this behind the vinyl, okay? Because we're gonna see right now. So I'm gonna put it here, and if for some reason it's not sticking good like this, sometimes this mat is not sticking anymore, you don't have to get a new one. Plus they're cheaper on Amazon than going to Walmart and getting the Cricut one. There's cheaper on, I've gotten the ones on Amazon. I just grabbed this one because I needed one emergency. Like, if it's not sticking anymore, what you can do is just wash it lightly and it'll get sticky again once it dries. If that's still not working, there's also a spray that makes it sticky. And if you just don't want to do that and you're like, whatever, I need to get this done now, I like to tape the corners. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on the corners here, just the tip of the corner on every side, because I want it, because if I don't tape this and I just put it in like this, the machine will pull it up and it'll cut your mat. So that's why we gotta make sure that this does not come up, and that's why we're putting tape. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here and I'm gonna roll it in so the machine can grab it. And that I'm gonna, once I put this in like this, if you can see it barely touching this rubber roll thingy, then I'm gonna roll it in. When I press this, the machine took it already. Don't touch it, it's the machine's right now. When it's ready to cut, you are going to press this button. Okay, and once I press it, it's gonna start the cutting, and then it'll show you on your computer when it's done. So I don't really like using these. I like to put it on custom and then pick it out how I showed you guys on the computer, just because I can control it more and I can put exactly the material that I'm cutting on the computer versus the one on the dial that only gives you like a specific amount to choose from. I'm gonna do another video on ideas on how to make money on Cricut besides doing vinyl and shirts, because you can also do stickers, you can also do so many things, so many designs, and so many like cake toppers. While that's cutting, let's talk about the apps that you can use instead of buying the Cricut subscription. And the apps that I do use, depending on what my needs are, I will use PicMonkey.com, which is a really good one. It does charge you, but like I said, I screenshot everything that I design. And then also Canva.com. That's a really good one. I love that one. Like, that one has templates for everything. And when I say everything, I say everything. And yeah, you can design them on there. And then if you really just have something in mind where you just don't know how to design it, or you just don't see anything on Etsy, like I told you before, where you can buy some PDF files on there and upload it into Cricut and have your beautiful designs on there, then you can go on Fiverr.com and pay somebody to do or make that logo or that specific design that you have in your mind. So once this is done, I'm gonna press that again so it can let go of this, and my design is done. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna remove the tape. I like to put it in a corner. If I know I'm gonna keep doing or making designs, I like to reuse the same tape just because it's still sticky. So I'll just put it on the corner and then just grab it when I'm gonna put something on here. But right away, I'm gonna grab the plastic that comes with this and I'm gonna put it on because I don't want hairs to stick to it. I don't want it to get unsticky, and then that's gonna be a problem in the future because then I'm gonna have to use tape, which I already have to, but it's gonna be even worse. It's not even gonna grab the middle part, and I need it to grab every single part as it cuts. So now I'm gonna look around, and it's very hard to see where the design has cut exactly, but I'm gonna just eye it. It's good if you have a little lamp where you can just light it in here so you can see. But if you just can't see nothing, just start with the weeding process. So I like these scraps because I can make another little design for the sleeve or something like that. You know, that's a good idea. I don't usually do that, but sometimes I do, but it just depends. So yeah, so once I weed that little corner off, if you could see that, this is why we want to cut the white side. Some vinyls don't have a white side, so you have to know what side the clear plastic is on. If you can see, this is the vinyl, the soft part, and the hard part is the plastic that we do not want to cut. So sometimes it's very hard to see the difference between that. But when you're pulling this, be very careful, because if your Cricut didn't cut it right, it will take the whole design itself off. So you got to be very slow and very careful. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm here to help you. We are here to grow together. Look, see, I'm taking all the white from the back, and it's how it's looking. That's why we want to mirror, because this is going to get stuck on your shirt like this with the hot iron and the cookie sheet on top. You're going to stamp it on the shirt. That's why we did it this way. I can't stand somebody that don't like to share information. Really, that's just so rude. There's space for everybody. Everybody has their own ideas. You know, everybody has their own creativities. I just love helping. That's my passion. Nobody helps me. I figure out everything on my own, but that's okay because I have Jesus, and Jesus made me to give and help, and I'm okay with that. Subscribe, guys. I want to get to 6,000 subscribers, please. That would help me a lot so I can continue making these videos. So I'm pretty sure I don't have to show you this part, but all you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your shirt on top of a towel. Make sure if you're gonna use an iron, the steam is off, and you're gonna warm it up. You know, you can't really control the heat on some irons. It's just the hottest you can get them. And then you are going to, but if you do have a heat press, the instructions, if you Google them, you will see. It's I don't even know the instructions. I always have to search them up because I make mugs and everything is different. So once you're gonna place it exactly where you want it, you're gonna put the cookie sheet on top, and you're gonna iron it 30 seconds here, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20. Just go around it, around it, around it. If it's not sticking, sometimes that happens, the vinyl is just a little defective. You're gonna take off the cookie sheet on top of it, and you're just gonna put the iron on the plastic part, not on the shirt, because you can burn the shirt, and you're gonna go around it really fast, because after that it's heat directly on the vinyl. We don't want to burn it or overdo it, so you're gonna go fast. And if you really look, you can see when it starts sealing into the fabric. Depending on the vinyl, you can tell. And if you want to check, just make sure it's a little cool, lift it just a little bit, and you'll know if it's stuck or not. It's just kind of like a do it as you go thing, and it's more difficult. If you get a heat press, you do the timing, the heat, and it gets it every time. So I do recommend you getting a heat press if you want to take this serious. So, and if you don't, if you just want to try it for your first time, you can. It is possible to just get it done with the iron. But yeah, guys, this is the end of my video. I kind of showed you the basics of what you need to get started with this. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment down below. So please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 6,000 subscribers. I'm gonna do more lessons on this, teachings on this, on sublimation. But as of right now, I'm done. Ask me any questions. If you have any questions down below, I can answer you or make a video out of it. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching.